Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another review. This time around, I'm going to be doing a review for The Incredible Hulk, and this one is basically my first review in all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies that I have yet to review, which is basically every single Phase 1 movie plus Iron Man 3. Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America the First Avenger, and Iron Man 3. Those are the only Marvel Cinematic Universe I need to review before Civil War comes out, because after that I've reviewed everything else, surprisingly. So yeah, and I'm doing the same thing for the X-Men series, the Harry Potter movies, Alice in Wonderland, since Through the Looking Glass comes out this year, Born, Star Trek, that one's gonna be interesting. Star Wars for Rogue One, Ice Age for the fifth one, Ben Hur, because there's a Ben Hur coming out this year, by the way, so I'm going to review all three. Yeah, there's three Ben Hur movies, as well as Man of Steel, Jungle Book, Finding Nemo, and Independence Day. So yeah, now this movie stars Edward Norton, Liv Tyler, Tim Roth, William Hurt, Tim Blake Nelson, Ty Burrell, Christina Cabot, Peter Mensah, and Lou Ferrigno. And yeah, before I begin though, and a small cameo by Robert Downey Jr. So yeah, before I begin though, 10-second spoiler warning as usual for those of you that actually watched the movie and haven't already. Stop the video, go check it out, and come back and watch the rest of this review. 10-second spoiler warning as usual, starting now. Okay, so 10 seconds are up. So for those of you that actually watched the movie and haven't already, please don't comment down below or be messaging me. That never gave you a fair warning because as usual, I did. So as usual, quick synopsis, likes and dislikes, and then the rates. So basically you have Bruce Banner. He's the Hulk basically from the get-go. They have a quick backstory of how he became the Hulk. And yeah, this is the first, I think this is the only Marvel Cinematic Universe movie in all of them that doesn't really have an origin story per se. Like they have the backstory, the origin story, but it's like 10 minutes. I still like it, but I'm just saying. Actually, it's not even like maybe 5 minutes. It's also the only one that doesn't. It's also the only one that doesn't have an end credit scene per se. So yeah, but whatever. So basically, you have Bruce Banner, the Hulk. He starts off in Brazil. All of a sudden, these government agents find him. They're able to locate him in Brazil. He's basically running away from the CIA or FBI or Shield or whatever. Actually, Shield. He's running away from Shield. Because he doesn't really want to be dissected and be turned into a bioweapon. To be honest. So he's running away. He runs across an ex-flame, an ex-lover, Betty Ross, who turns out to be the daughter of General Ross, which is William Hurt's character. Yeah, Thunderbolt Ross. And yeah, and that this guy, General Ross, he wants to weaponize the Hulk and the gamma radiation, which is basically a variation on the super serum that they used in Captain America, or for Captain America, and he gives that to Tim Blake Nelson. He turns into the Abomination, and at the end, the Abomination versus the Hulk, and yeah. Now this is the first time I've seen the Incredible Hulk since it came out all the way back in 2008. Now, this is the first time I haven't seen it since it first came out in theaters, and I was like 7 when it first came out. So yeah, now I'm 17. So 10 years later. Well, actually, not really. Would I have been 7 in 2008? No, I would have been 9 in 2008. Sorry. So yeah, I would have been 9 in 2008. So yeah, now I'm 17. So what? 8 years later? Yeah. I'm finally rewatching this, and it's actually pretty good. I feel like, yeah, this is probably the most underrated movie within the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe, because there's only one Hulk movie when you think about it, because we have 3 Iron Man movies, we're about to have a third Captain America movie, okay? We have 2 Thor movies with a third one coming out. We already have 2 Ant-Man movies confirmed. We have the one that came out last year plus the sequel, Ant-Man and the Wasp. We already have 2 Guardians of the Galaxy movies coming out. We had Guardians of the Galaxy's first one, and then Guardians of the Galaxy's Volume 2, which is they're literally calling it Volume 2. 2 Avengers movies with 2 more confirmed, so 4 in total. We have Black Panther, which is probably gonna get a sequel. Odds are, same thing with Spider-Man. But Hulk is the only character He only has one movie. It's not, aside from the Avengers films and Thor Ragnarok, which he's apparently going to be in. This is his only really solo outing, and it's actually really good. Now the special effect. Apparently, this is the only comic book movie all the way back for the 2009 Academy Awards, or 2008-2009 Academy Awards. Apparently, this is the only comic book movie that didn't get recognized at all. Apparently back in 2008, you had Iron Man, Hulk, Batman, and you had one more. I don't remember what was it. What was it? I don't remember. Um, it was Batman's. Uh, nope, nope. Yeah, I'm searching it up very fast, cause yeah, it was. Let's see, where the fuck is this shit? Cause I have it right there at the tip of my tongue. But you know what? Fuck this. I'm just gonna search it up. Wanted? Yeah, I think that was it. Wanted. Yeah, I believe it's Wanted because I believe that's an indie comic book for Image or some shit like that. Yeah, it was Wanted. Top Cow. Wanted by Top Cow. So yeah, there's like four comic book movies that came out that year: Dark Knight, Iron Man, Wanted, and the Hulk. And this apparently the Hulk is the only one that got oh wait, five if you include Hellboy 2, the Golden Army. There's the other one. I was actually thinking of Hellboy. But I just remember Wanted is also comic. So yeah, it's the only one that actually didn't come. Looking at it, it didn't get any recognition, which I actually think it should have gotten some recognition. Now I'm not saying it should have won Best Picture, or Best Directing, or some shit like that, but it should have won the technical awards. If you know what I mean, Best Sound Editing, Sound Mixing, visual effects, and all that crap. And I know I'm talking about snubs from like not 8 years ago, but when you think about it, that's where comic book movies dominate, and I feel like that this is part of the reason as to why this movie is so underrated, because it didn't get any it barely got recognition from the get go. So I feel like that's why it's part of the reason why it's so underrated, in my opinion. So there's that. Now the acting, Edward Norton, he's gonna do great. Okay. Now who do I like better, Edward Norton or Mark Ruffalo? Edward Norton, he did great in the role, but we've seen Mark Ruffalo more times, so I'm gonna have to go with Mark Ruffalo. You have that. I find Mark Ruffalo a bit more likable than Edward Norton. And apparently, and I've heard stories, which I'm not surprised, that Edward Norton's kind of a dick, to be honest, to begin with. So yeah, okay. I don't know. I feel weird actually doing this review. I don't know. Comment down below. Does my voice sound weird? I don't know, or is it just me? I feel like my voice is kind of off or whatever. I'm not sick, which is weird. I don't know, I just feel like my voice is a bit off. Um, yeah, but the acting is actually pretty good, and the writing is actually pretty good. Apparently Edward Norton, he wrote most of the script, and he just had to like rewrite a few things to add a bit more comic book points, comic book Easter eggs into the movie after Iron Man, the first one, came out, and what's to lead up in the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe. So yeah, I mean he wrote the script, he just and then he rewrote it and touched upon a few things. And apparently Edward Norton has this thing where he shadow directs, where he like helps in the editing or helps do scenes, and apparently he did that for this movie as well. And it's actually really good apparently. For the most part, I really enjoyed this movie. The action was great. Everything about it was great. There's only one thing that I just can't stand about. Like I just cannot stand about the movie. And part of it is Edward Norton's fault, and that is the fact of Liv Tyler. I've never seen her in anything. I don't think I've ever seen her in anything aside from Incredible Hulk. But she just annoyed me. Holy shit! Like, Bruce Banner and Betty Ross are supposed to have this relationship aspect to them that's brought in from the comics, and I just felt like that was kind of forced. I just felt like that had no reason to be there. I just felt like that's tacked on, forced, and it just didn't look good. And then you have Liv Tyler, who is just like overacting her fucking ass off. She's just overacting, and it's like I'm like, why? And then the reason I blame I mean, I partially blame Edward Norton for this, is because she recommended Marvel Studios or Disney or whoever owned Marvel at the time to hire Liv Tyler for the role of Betty Ross. He recommended her, so that's what got me. That's what has me even more fucked up. I mean, she was horrible. I mean, if you want to talk about horrible actors in a role, this is up there, okay? I straight up, this is like bad. If you want to talk about some of the worst acting in the MCU, this is up there, okay? This is up there with any shit that came out of Iron Man 3 and Thor 2. Okay, this. I mean, as great as Incredible Hulk is, if there's one really crappy, shitty aspect to it, it has to be Liv Tyler's portrayal of Betty Ross. That was horrible, okay? That was cringeworthy, to be honest. That was holy shit. She just overacted. Just didn't have really good line delivery. Okay, I mean, she had moments, but most of those moments was when she was quiet, such as after for example, when Hulk destroys a college or campus, whatever. We see Betty Ross go into the smog. She gets injured and Hulk has to carry her out. That was kind of impactful because holy shit. First off, she's it's impactful. From Hulk's perspective because it humanizes the character, but also because she's shutting up for one, and even towards the end after Hulk beats the crap out of Abomination, it seems like she's about to talk and then she just doesn't, and again that humanizes Hulk, and I feel like when she's silent, she humanizes Hulk more. I like her silent moments, but every time she talks, she annoys the living shit out of me. And that is probably the worst aspect of this movie. The love story, the bullshit love story in this movie, and just Liv Tyler's acting just does not do it for me. So yeah, I do think it is a really.
It's 2 o'clock.
I really do think it's an underrated movie when it comes to the Marvel Cinematic Universe and as a comic book movie as a whole. However, if you want to bitch about one thing that truly does deserve hate for this movie, it's Liv Tyler's acting and just the forced romance that the movie has. Aside from that, the rest of the acting is pretty good. William Hurt, haven't seen him in many things. Pretty good actor here. Same thing with Tim Blake Nelson. I don't think I've seen him in many things. I've seen him in some things for sure, but whatever. Again, pretty good. The Lou Ferrigno cameo, that was hilarious. Edward Norton was it's what you expect. It's great acting. It's Edward Norton, okay? It's fucking Edward Norton. He's a great actor. And aside from that, that's basically it for this review. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent, I'll give this movie a 7.5 out of 10. It's actually a pretty good movie. If Betty Ross had been replaced with a better actress, I'm pretty sure I would have given this movie an 8 out of 10. Had the movie's romance not felt so forced, I would have given this movie an 8 out of 10. Had the romance aspect of the story and had Liv Tyler's character either been portrayed by another actress or just not been there at all, I'm pretty sure this would get like an 8 or maybe even a 9 out of 10. But as it stands, it's a 7.5. And yeah, that's basically it for now. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. Comment down below on your thoughts on the movie. Have you seen it? And if not, why not? And if you have, what are your thoughts on it? And yeah, comment down below. Does my voice sound weird or is it just me? I don't know. I feel like my voice is a bit off, but who the fuck knows? So yeah, comment all that down below. Let me know. Like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.